the entire time.
Oh, so
All
they can
right.
hear everything I just
Yep.
said?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
All
I'm
right.
sorry. I just thought we were
It's all
chatting.
good.
No, sir. So, good evening, folks. We are live here. We wanted to have a look see at where the little green men want to move into Estonia. Now, this is the Russian Estonian border right here. And this is also the same river that the Russians pulled up. There used to be a marker. There was markers all along this river here showing the center of the river being the designated line between Russia and Estonia. And the Russians came along and took all of the uh, markers out of this river. And so now the Russians want to say that all of the people that live in this region right here are Russian speakers, and they're being harassed and mistreated by the Estonians. And so the Russians are claiming that this entire region, and that's from here, this uh, dashed line all along here, everything inside of here from the Russian border over to the west here, they're claiming that all of this in here should now belong to Mother Russia, which will give them this river here and all of this property. Now, this is a good sized piece of real estate here. So I'm going to ask the people in my chat and KTalk here. I want to do a poll. Okay. So Hilo or Bronco. I probably spelled Bronco wrong, but I don't care. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about for those of you who. So we've got an OV2 or OV10 Bronco twin engine turboprop, or we could fly this in a variety of different helos here. So we're not going to do it in the 64. I don't think we want to do it in this shit hook. We can do it in the KLW World News Bird, the Shrike here. We can do it in the Miltech. Now, with the Miltech, we can fire missiles, and with the OV-10 Bronco, we can fire 50 cals, but the 50 cals don't show up on the ground, but the Miltechs show the show, and we don't want to do it from the OH-58A or D because you have to take off from an airport from it. So let's see what people think. All right, so
Hey
70.
Lee,
Yes.
I'm getting my feed is very, very blurry coming through
Yeah, mine
Jitsi.
is too.
Um, Let me see what I can do
And it
here.
says your connection is poor. The resolution is 320 by 180.
All right, because I'm sending it out at 4K. Um,
I may have to go pull it off of your feed.
yeah, it's going to be interesting how you do that, though. You're going to have to come back into Jitsi on your phone. Otherwise, the audio is going to
Yeah,
be delayed in there. So you're going to have to come on
interesting.
Jitsi through your phone.
Well, no. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able
Just
to
to make
separate.
sure, Just to make sure you can hear me, Lee, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to remain silent.
Oh no, you're good.
But yeah, my screen is a bit blurry too. But I'm afraid to monkey with it right now. Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries.
Yeah, it says again your connection is non-optimal.
Yeah, it's got to
You've
be on
only
your
getting
end.
48,
Yeah, so just
48 up. Yeah, I know how to do this.
all right.
I'll pull that over here. I mean, go and get your feed, and I will mute the feed coming in.
You can do that, but it'll be delayed, but that'll be okay.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Well, it won't be when I'm describing stuff because I'll be describing it live, and then they'll see it later on the video.
Yeah.
You're better off just to put the Jitsi on your phone.
Then
All right,
my
so
chat will be able to hear me.
yeah, they will. They'll be able to hear you through the show.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, it'll just be delayed about 20
Yeah,
seconds.
I'll come over here on it.
All right.
Yeah, what I'm looking at right now looks really good. What you got on your screen,
Yeah.
Yep.
and I see it as you
All
see
right.
it.
So let me see.
My internet just went out.
Well, that ain't no good.
It's coming back.
Start a poll.
Okay, I'm back.
What bird? So first one is going to be the Miltech MH60R.
I'll be back in here in just a second.
The second one is going to be the 530 right here. This helicopter right here. And then I don't know if there's anything else I want to fly. The AH-64 if we have to. Those are your three choices. There you go. So while you guys are deciding that, I need to go here. Well, actually, I need to.
Testing.
Oh, well. So the 60 is winning out overall. It's 80% of the vote is for the 60. Okay, yeah, you're here. All right, so here's the 60. So we want this one, and we want it in the.
All right, we shall be all good now.
No, not the 60. Yeah, this one's the one we want. Right here. All right. So that's the one. So what we want to do is we want to get exactly where we want to start from. We'll start out with the airfield here.
Now, folks, what we're doing over here in my channel is we're going to fly this area over here that the Russians are have started a information campaign and have created a coat of arms and a flag, kind of like what they done in Luhansk and Donetsk in 2014 in Ukraine. Now, this is up in Estonia, in the Baltic region. And we've been saying for years that Russia was going to do this, and it's about 100% certain now that they're going to make a move.
All right, so that's the point there.
Oh, wow. Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
U.S. officials have detected unidentified drones above the Washington Army base where Secretary Marco Rubio and Pete Hegseth live. Um, According to three people who has been briefed on the situation, officials have not determined where they came from. Two of the people said the drones over Fort McNair prompted officials to weigh relocating Rubio and Hegseth. Two of the people briefed said. The Senate administration official said the secretaries haven't moved yet.
Wow. Interesting.
Yes, Mark Morgan, Estonia is NATO,
Yes.
and that's why this is such a big deal. I mean, if this should happen, it should automatically trigger NATO Article 5.
No, because it's not a hostile force. That's the whole thing about this, man.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. It's not a they're not claiming it's a hostile force. It's locals. NATO doesn't do anything against locals. All right. If I can get in here and fly. All right, Mr. K-Talk.
We'll follow you in as soon as you pop up here.
Oh, that's right. I got to remember how to do the missiles. Oh, shit. Config. Weapons. Okay. Gotta do something over here.
Also, have you seen report that the Russian have been spying over there at the Estonian border crossing with Russia? A company owned by Russians have been operating. It's called Rail Service (OU), which Estonian Police and Border Service entrusted with managing the King at the southern border checkpoint of Russia. They have turned out to be FSB agents.
Oh, wow. Oh, I see Dave.
On a broader scale and overview, Russia is preparing for
With his
potential
APU.
aggression in the Baltics. They said they've collected enough data to be used for both sabotage and to organize schemes for countermeasures and sanctions. They're collecting information on critical infrastructure, logistics routes, border procedures, and personnel who ensure the function of the strategic sites.
Cool. All right, Dave.
Now,
So what we're going to do here is we're going to take off. We're in northern Estonia here. And we're going to take off and we're going to fly to the north. This is the local airfield here. This is one of them. So this is the whole area that they're talking about wanting to take over control of right here. Everything you're seeing out of the bird. This town over here to the right. See this? It's been around here, Dave. Let's go over here and have a look. See,
looks like a lot of good fertile farmland there.
It is, but there's population here too.
And I'm going to say that most of that population will not be happy.
Yeah. Well, they're Russian speaking, so they claim it.
Yeah. I read into this, and these accounts that's promoting this.
Yeah.
Let me find this again for just a minute. This is being done to create an appearance of mass support. In reality, most of these accounts are anonymous, with audiences of only around 50 to 70 followers. Nevertheless, such information drops create the impression that the separatist ideals have real backing.
I wonder what that facility is right there. That's something right there. Hold up.
Most definitely. What is that down there to the right?
We're gonna find out here in
Looks
just
like
a
a
second.
whole stack of military vehicles.
Well, this is extremely secure. This is either a prison or a military base. I believe this might be a prison. I don't know, that looks like underground bunker right there. What is that? And it's not labeled.
It's definitely some type of underground facility, looks like.
Hey, Talk, you with me?
There was another spot that I saw when you was coming in that looked like it had a whole parking lot full of military vehicles.
I'm going back south. This is the exact route. This over here.
Maybe right over in there.
Yep.
Right over to your
You're right.
left.
Yep, you're right.
About where that blue pin is.
Yep. You're right. Exactly what that is.
That oblong building right there. All
Yep.
that stuff parked down there.
Yep, it is.
You see it?
Yep. Exactly what it is.
Yep. Right there. What is all that?
That's military vehicles stacked up.
Yep. Interesting.
All right, hi-ho, to the north we go.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some better maps for this area.
Well, I got a good map of the area. Yeah, I was pulling information off of that earlier. No, but you guys are gonna shit when you find out about the tall building in Kaliningrad.
Iran's intelligence minister has been unled. He's no longer with us.
Oh, All right, so here's the coastline with the Baltic. Everything that is inside of what we're about to fly and everything over to the right over there all the way to the river is what they want to take. So all of this. And let's go over here to the river just to show you. See what's cool about that.
That's the Gulf there, ain't it?
That's the Baltic. Baltic.
Okay, yeah. That's going into St. Petersburg, but
Yeah, I'm headed for St. Petersburg now.
okay.
Trying to show you all the land they want to take.
Yeah. This is a big chunk of land.
Yeah, I added it up.
Now,
all
do
there.
we know if there's any like natural resources, as in?
Yeah, there's something in there. You can see them harvesting now.
Okay.
We'll
As
fly
in
over
rare
that
earth
actually.
minerals.
I don't know what
Let
it
me
is.
do some. Okay, let me do some digging here.
May I ask a quick question, Lee?
Absolutely.
What is the age of this satellite imagery you're currently using?
It depends. So some of it can be as old as maybe 3 to 5 years old. Some of it can be as new as a week, and some of it can actually be injected by us so that it's brand new. So
Okay, gotcha.
we
Thank
can
you
actually
very
take
much.
3D satellite imagery and inject it directly into the simulator.
Right, gotcha. I understood. Thank you for that answer.
Okay, according to maps, this little area up here is a hot spot for a lot of snow. But it's mostly all. And it's got some iron ore up in here too. And phosphorite. I'm looking in to see about rare earth minerals. Estonia's rare earth mineral potential is primarily concentrated in the northern and northeastern regions. So that's right in this area, where they are
Yep.
found as a trace elements within vast sedimentary deposits of phosphorite, black
cross
shell,
track.
while they do not currently have active rare earth mines. it is home to Europe's first earth magnet plant, Narva. So there's a rare earth magnet plant up here in this area, Lee.
Great.
It processed mineral source internationally in Narva. Exactly the same place that they're wanting to take. These area holds the largest sedimentary phosphate rock reserves in Europe, estimated at about 3 billion metric tons. These contain rare earth elements such as cerium, nidarium, and discipline. I'm sure I'm butchering it. As concentrations ranging up to 3,600 parts per million. That would be right in that area. I'll post
There's a big chunk of
these
land
over
here.
here. Yep. And that worries me about that being a rare earth magnet facility up there and having all this stuff. It actually, that little area up there is their richest area.
Wow.
It's
Yeah, that's a huge chunk of
Narva.
land they're trying to take. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Can't believe how
Here's
big
what the
this
big thing is. These industrial cities are hubs for processing. The magnet plant in Narva is a critical piece of EU's strategy to reduce reliance on China for permanent magnets used in electric motors and wind turbines. So, Narva is really a key hub to Europe.
D, are you coming in here, Dave? We're in
Right
COG,
on
buddy.
your 6.
No, I'm talking about the other Dave who was in the chat.
Oh, cool.
So that's very interesting there. That they would pick this area to do this. It has all of this.
I want to adjust something here a second.
Rising U.S. diesel prices is now record-setting, according to Gas Buddy. Largest two-week increase ever at $1.22 a gallon. The largest 3-week increase ever at $1.33 a gallon, and the largest 4-week increase ever at $1.44 a gallon. Prices ain't record highs just yet, but the speed of the surge is.
All right, so here's where the river is. So what we're about to fly, they want to take everything in this. So let's look at this from the Russian side. Come over here a second, Dave. We're gonna land. I want to adjust my graphics here. I'm a little too jerky. We got too much going on.
Oh, wow. Saudi Arabia Foreign Ministry says today 2 refineries were attacked. What's the purpose of that? The Iranians will have to understand that this will have consequences. Jim Perry says gas in Camry, Idaho is up to $4.09 this morning.
Really?
Now, what's fed across the river there where you landed?
That's Estonia. I landed in Russia.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right, there's Dave. That looks a little smoother. All right, so basically what it amounts to, folks, is everything that is going to be on our left is going to be what the Russians are trying to take. And this is that river that I was talking about. Hold on, I want to check my weather.
Looks like a shallow river.
Yeah. Because we're going to show you everything that the Russians are trying to take. We're in Russia now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get up high enough for you guys to see the lake. But we'll see. Or you see that white pin way off over there in the distance, right off the nose of the helicopter? They want to take from here, this waterway here. See that lake all the way down there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's another lake on the other side of that. They want to take from down here all the way over there to that white pin in the middle of the screen, due south down to the next white pin, down out into the middle of the lake down there and back. They want to take all that land right there. So everything that you see before us from the right-hand side of the river in the middle of the screen, out beyond that lake, and then we're going to go out and fly it and come all the way back.
Looks like a decent little small port right there underneath of you.
You mean on the...
Yep, straight down.
Yeah, it's just a marina.
That's a pretty good sized chunk of land.
Yeah.
But this is just the start. This is what
Right.
they won't quit at this. They will keep on going. Just like it's a Ukraine replay.
Exactly.
It's what's developing here.
Yeah, here's Narva right here. So trying to take all that. you're going to see some of the resources that I was talking about. As you can see where I don't know if it kind of looked like strip mining or I'm not sure what it was.
Alright, I think I'm here.
He is.
Yes, sir.
Boy, you can't beat that, man. Long time no see. How are you?
Well, long story.
They're already making their move on this, Kathy. They've already started putting out the flyers. The little green men are going to be showing up. Lavrov even said they were going to send little green men. We told you that over 6 months ago. We showed you the video of where he said it.
Yep. Now they've established their coat of arms and their flag for this area.
Yeah, they've already established that. I mean, they're trying to take it over. Everything to your left, all the way down to the water.
NATO needs to send troops up here now.
Yeah. Yep. Look at all this that they would gain. See, and this gives them more territory out into the Baltic. That's what they want.
Yep. So they can defend this sea lane here.
Yeah.
I don't have any guys on.
It's a big chunk.
There's the motocross track. Look at that shit. I love this new imagery.
You guys following the river?
We're following the coast of the Baltic along the northeastern corner of Estonia.
Well, I'm in the general area.
All right.
But also, this will establish a bridgehead for them too across that river.
Yes.
And if I was Russia, once I got everything in place over here, I'd push right down this coastline.
Correct. Well, no. They don't need to push down this coastline. I'll show you where they want to push down. That's why I wanted to fly this.
It's like some kind of base right here that you're flying by.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. A little grown up looking.
Can I make a suggestion? I was just wondering if it might be possible, at least for future sessions like this, that maybe you could stick a little map up in the corner or something showing where you are, where your vehicle
yeah,
is
I can do that.
over the ground.
I can do that. I don't want to do that, but I can do that. Hold on one second.
Right, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It'd be real helpful for people who are unfamiliar with the area.
Yeah.
The giant rail yard.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been on in months. I'll catch back up. I promise. Just a second. It's just been like probably 6 months since I've done it. It's crazy.
Is that how's that work for you there?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. There's somebody. Ranva, R-A-N-V-A. Is
What are you
that our
talking
new? There's just a new guy in here, and I didn't know who he was. And I'm trying.
A new guy in where?
Well, I mean, I haven't heard this guy. It's been months since I've been on.
You talking about on the flight simulator?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know who you. I don't see him.
Okay, no, Ranva is a different. I'm just trying to figure this out. Like I said, it's been a few months since I've been on here, so I've got to
All right.
try to figure out It'll take me a minute, but I'll
All
be
right,
there.
so folks, just so you know, the over here's where the river is that's coming in. They're trying to take from the river all the way over to this white pin, from that white pin down to this here, from here down to here, and from here down to the lake, and then back up the river. This whole area right here is what they're trying to take. So you guys know there.
Yeah.
Just for your information, Lee, that's perfect. That's exactly what I had in mind. I think
All right,
that's very
there you go.
helpful. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, sure. Like I said, I don't normally leave that up, and I don't normally have these points of interest. I try to make it look as realistic as possible, which, as you can see, it's pretty realistic looking if you take all those pins off in the map. But yeah, that way people can understand where we're at. Not a
Absolutely.
problem at all.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Sure. Yeah, they're trying to take all of that to the left. This is huge.
Mm-hmm.
I added this up earlier. I couldn't remember how many thousands of miles it
Sure give them a good view over here into the Baltic Sea now.
is. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, see that?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Dave down there? Finally got my formation. Oh, look, the formation lights are working now, Dave.
Awesome.
Tennessee Dave, how you doing?
I am trying to find you guys.
East Coast server.
All right.
It's a very defendable coastline there too.
Oh, yeah. Dave, you want to get out ahead of me a little bit, and I'll follow behind you right along the coastline, a little inland from the coastline. Say maybe 500 yards. I'll be behind you. Did you get loaded with missiles?
That red alert's coming in Israel.
Didn't take the time on that yet.
Lee, are you going to continue to follow the coastline? Because I'm going to spawn
Yes,
after
for a little
fire.
while. Yep, just for a little while.
Okay. Okay. Roger.
You have all these red alerts right now in Israel around the Sea of Galilee.
Yeah. All right, Dave, at 11 o'clock there, you got a mound of dirt or a ridge or something. Let's break off to the left and go take a look at that. Within our flight plan.
There was three different things that they could be mining for up there. It was cerium, neodymium, and dysprosium something I
Neodymium.
can't. Neodymium. Yeah.
Neodymium.
Yeah, I'll send it to Charlie and he can pronounce it. It's in your DMs on Discord, Charlie.
Yeah, as far as I can know, I think that's Syrian neodymium. No, I always thought, they make those magnets out of neodymium, but I guess the ore might be called neodymium, and then dysphorium, or dysphorcium. Yeah.
Hell if I know. I always call them neodymium magnets. Well,
This would be a very vital asset to Russia here, man.
they're quarrying something out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
That
got the
red
holding
almost looks
pond.
like iron ore.
Yeah.
There is iron ore up here in this area.
All right, I'm breaking back to the right to get along the coast here.
Sure moved a lot of dirt right there. Do we know if that's coming out from underground?
Probably.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. Because it's too flat to have a random mountain
Right,
up there. That's
right.
man-made.
Right. There's another one over there.
Uh-huh.
I see a green light up there. I wonder who that is.
I have to go and pull up some satellite pictures of this area. Look for an opening.
Oh, Guitar invited us in. I might have to invite you there, Dave.
Okay, one way or the other.
Yeah.
I can't see anybody on the map. I'm here, but
I gotta figure out how to do it. What do I gotta do again?
hit escape and go up to the person icon
I got
there.
I've invited you.
There we go. And accept. All right. K-Talk, I don't see you anywhere either. And the other pilot, this is my first time flying with the other pilot. So
We don't have another pilot. It's just me and K-Talk. The other two guys are talking, they're not flying.
Oh! I thought the other guy was was flying.
Nope. That you
No,
in front of
me and Charlie is just here.
Oh, okay. Roger. I got you.
K-Talk, is that you just went buzzing by me the other way? Yeah.
Yeah. Visual acquired.
Sweet. Well, they got some wind turbines they're going to get out of the deal there. See, there's off to the left.
Brazil is sounding the alarm on a fertilizer crisis is brewing.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. Yeah, so all that all the way back there, every bit of that, everything you can see is what the Russians want. They're trying to take with this one move. I think it's 12,000 square miles. It's big.
Big area.
Have you guys flown the? That's something that I was wanting to do here in the next day or so. Have you guys flown the island, the oil island? What's it called?
Cargal
I
Yeah.
have in a previous map, but I haven't since we updated the map. But yeah, I want to fly it. We can fly that after this if you want.
Yeah, that'd be
That
great.
sounds good.
I'd love to see
Oop, I
that.
just passed it.
Then 2,500 Marines are closing in on that area.
Oh, K-Top. There you go, boy.
Pretty sure they was off the coast of Singapore. Spotted today.
My skills aren't as good as they were a few months ago, but I'm still with you.
Still no word where the drone came from that was detected over Russian army base.
Everything on the left is what the Russians want to take. All of that, all the way back over to the river. Back on the backside of that ridge.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Sorry.
Right, easy.
Sorry, everybody.
Uh-huh.
We've had a terrain collision on the eastern shore of the Salton Sea.
So everything over there they're trying to take. All that.
Can I just break in a second?
Well, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know, I looked it up. Syrian is a vital component for use in catalytic converters, like we use in our automobiles. Rare earths. Also, we know what neodymium is used for. That's for high-performance magnets. But this 4M, and this is what I thought was interesting, is also used for making very high-performance magnets. Because of their heat resistance and their tensile strength, they are very important in the making and use of drone motors.
Wow.
That makes perfect.
I just figured out why they want to take to this marker here.
Yep.
The power line is in there. It's inside. They own this power line.
Yep.
Because the purple
makes
line
perfect
on the
sense.
upper right hand or the upper left hand corner, we're on the left side of that, which means they own all this power line here.
Mm-hmm. Drone motors. And it's already set up to where they could just take it over and mine the stuff.
Yep.
And so, yeah. That's the reason why they want this area. Because they've lost Iran now. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. That's huge news.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Charlie will keep us educated.
Mm-hmm. Told you he's good now.
Well, I used to be. Yeah.
Had a cobra
Dave,
ball this
Dave, what are you flying? Tennessee Dave, not K-Top.
It's what I always fly.
Okay, all right. Just one.
Yeah,
Didn't know if
I'm
you'd
in
be
the
able to
gold
keep
top.
up. All right, well, we're gonna.
I got something that's never been seen before. Like
All right,
a
what's
Cobra Ball has landed in Osun Air Base in South Korea.
that? Really?
Yeah.
All right, and this is the corner where they want to turn, so they're taking to here. I'm breaking left here, Dave, so you cut us off.
Can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good.
Turn left 90 degrees, Dave.
It's hard for me to catch, or I don't know if you're talking about K-Talk or me.
If I say K-Talk, it'll be K-Talk.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, you're Dave.
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking catch up, or excuse my language, sorry.
Well, that's why that's why I told you to turn left at 90 degrees.
Well, I'm going right towards your icon in the map.
No, you're not, because I just turned left at 90 degrees.
Oh, let's see. Well, I mean,
Dave, let's check out this, or K-Talk, let's check out this track down here. There's another motorcycle track or something down here. We'll wait on Dave.
Do you know that China has suspended overseas shipments of nitrogen, potassium fertilizer blends, urea, NPK mixes?
Did not hear that.
Mm-hmm. So everything that America, India, Bangladesh, African farmers need to plant are now gated at 2 choke points simultaneously.
Oh. Well, that's a riding track with jumps. That's what that is. See there?
So food's going to get very, very, very expensive.
Yeah, that's a horse track. Jumps.
yeah, I would imagine that nitrogen, that's a prime ingredient in fertilizer.
Yep. Potassium and NPK is food.
Yep. And
Nitrogen, potassium,
so, yeah.
and
They will try to attack the food supply. I would imagine that.
Yep, that's exactly what they're doing to us. There is no backup to this.
I think we can get it, but I mean, it's still a supply and demand.
I watched an interview of an Iowa farmer, and he said fertilizer prices have jumped 77% already.
I guarantee it. You can't beat our military, but you can nip and tuck at a small
All their
things.
inputs.
Yeah.
But
mean,
most people don't
makes a
understand.
lot of sense.
It just won't affect the food that's grown. It's the grains that all of our animals eat too. Or chicken, or beef, or sheep, or everything.
Yeah, it's just a siege, like years and hundreds of years ago when they would just starve them out.
And on top of this GSM, going to get worse.
I'm sure we have a plan, but I mean,
we
that's
don't.
still bad.
I don't think we do. I can't wait until people start seeing the UV burn on their plants here in about 5 years. By half of this thing, you won't really be able to go outside without sunscreen.
Where's that coming from? Curious.
Oh, the UV is supposed to go, when you go into a grand solar minimum, the UV goes up.
I understand that.
All right, I'm looking for, where you at, Dave?
I'm right here below you.
Last time we had one this size, it caused Chinese dynasty collapse.
I don't think we've ever had one this size. Not according to Baltics.
Yeah, this one is a 2,000 year cycle.
Yeah.
Oh, is there another one? I haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, there's been.
I mean, I know it's been going on for a while, but
Yeah, but this one here is.
I didn't know if there was any kind of a latest.
Yeah, we're screwed.
episode.
Yeah, this is the 2,000 year cycle on top of the 400 year cycle.
Yeah, we're screwed.
Time for another ice age.
Yep.
Charlie, what was we talked about that aluminum from the satellites? Or not?
Yeah, exactly. There's a planet-wide experiment going on right now that really no one knows too much about what's going to happen. But those Starlink satellites, we've passed a milestone now. They're in the first time in human history, there are 10,000 Starlink satellites up over us right now. And periodically they get rid of about 1,500 to 2,000 of them. They let them vaporize in the atmosphere because they replace them with newer models. But every time one of those things, just one of them, vaporizes in the upper atmosphere, it dumps about 33 kilograms, or 33, I think it was kilograms, 33 kilograms of aluminum oxide into our atmosphere.
Yeah, it's 33. 72 pounds.
Yeah,
and
every time one of those things is vaporized. So
how many did we say? 10,000?
Yeah, that they have up there. Yeah, more than 10,000 now. So it's a big planetary chemistry experiment going on right now. All that aluminum oxide being dumped into our atmosphere. And scientists are just now becoming aware of what's going on and starting to study what the effects of all that aluminum oxide in our atmosphere is going to do.
That's 720,000 pounds of aluminum oxide.
Obviously, it's going to exacerbate, I think, the GSM.
Wouldn't doubt it. Anything that puts additional materials in the atmosphere is going to exacerbate the GSM.
And we're going to start seeing more volcanoes erupting too, which will increase.
You guys look at the sun today?
Yep, 72 sunspots.
Yeah, all the dark spots all over.
We fell off that cliff that you and me was talking about. And we had 3 days there that was spotless.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important for everybody to get the gardens in this year and store everything they can grow.
Yeah, and stock up on everything you can buy too.
Yep. Because in about 5 years here, 4 years now, the effects are going to be huge.
Yeah, catastrophic.
The important thing about the aluminum, though, is a well-known catalyst known in chemistry. So what's going to happen is there's all kinds of different bonding and chemical reactions that are going to go on. And chemists and biochemists are just now trying to figure out exactly what all kinds of chemistry is going to go on in our upper atmosphere because of all this additional aluminum. So it could be some unforeseen reactions going on.
Yeah.
And aluminum is terrible once it settles on the ground. You might as well say 750,000 pounds eventually.
And the other thing we brought up in our live audio last night was the potential, the great potential now of the Kessler syndrome. Remember we talked about that, Max?
Yep.
Where all it takes, each one of those Starlink satellites have thrusters on them, and they have to make adjustments in their orbit at least once or twice a day to avoid collisions with space debris and other junk that's up there and other satellites. And all it takes is for just a couple of them to go out of the way you think they're going to go and make a collision, and it's like a chain reaction. It just starts chewing up everything. And that's called the Kessler syndrome.
You say Kepler? K-E-P-L-E-R?
Kessler. K-E-S-S-L-E-R. Kessler.
Okay.
Kessler syndrome is what it's
Unlike the Kepler two-line elements.
Right, exactly. This is Kessler. And basically, it could cause enough debris that we no longer have access to that region, a low Earth orbit.
Right.
So,
for very, very, very long time.
Right.
Oh, well, there's an airfield over there. Looks like it.
There's been another fireball, take this with a grain of salt so far, spotted over Los Angeles. This would be the 6th sighting this week.
Wow.
I've got video of it. I'll send it to you. Interesting. The World Health Organization is preparing for a nuclear winter. The World Health Organization has begun preparing for a potential nuclear catastrophe amid the escalating war between the U.S. and Israel against Iran. The organization is closely monitoring the aftermath of strikes on Iran's nuclear facilities, preparing for possible nuclear threats. The worst-case scenario is a nuclear accident, the consequences of which could be devastating not only for the region but for the entire world.
All right, so they want everything from the middle of the screen to the right and all the way up to the lake here in front of us. They want all of that over there to the left. Every bit of that is what the Russians want.
That's a huge area. But that makes total sense with all that magnet
Yep.
rare earths there to make drone motors. And all they would do is use all that up to make drone motors to attack more NATO areas. Eventually.
Does the U.S. have access to neodymium deposits?
Not that I know of.
So we have no access to neodymium deposits.
Not that I'm aware of.
Russia, China pretty much controls. China controls most of that.
That one element.
That's crazy. That the whole United States doesn't have any kind of a neodymium deposit anywhere.
Doesn't look like it.
I don't know about that, but I do know. I looked it up. That the one I talked about was really important. Drone motors at Espionage.
Yeah, but that's here.
The largest producer.
Yep.
Yeah, but the largest producer and miner of that ore containing that element is China.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they have
they've already cut us off.
Yeah. For them high output drone motors.
Yep.
And then Russia's fixing to gobble up this little bit over here.
Yeah. All that right there.
Yeah. That's very worried.
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm sure we have a counter to that because a lot of these foreign countries are really dependent on drones.
I'm not sure anymore.
We don't depend on drones as much as
we are now.
Yep. We're going to have to start depending on drones.
All right, guys.
Exactly.
We're learning that right now with the war in Iran.
left turn here and go along the coast of the lake.
Absolutely.
Russians
The
gonna
base
take
of
over
war
that.
has changed.
Yep.
The base of war has changed to drone warfare instead of missiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the cost, because of cost, the drones are so much cheaper than the missiles.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
And look, and we're getting cut off from the parts to make these drones.
Yeah,
Very
and all
fast.
the other nations are cutting us off too.
Yep. They're going to pretty much just isolate us over here.
I think all of them are against us.
You can bet your life on that.
They're sick and tired of the United States being the most powerful nation in the war, and they're sick of it.
Well, I mean, we've attacked our allies viciously for the last year here.
Yep.
So, I mean, what do you expect at this point?
Well, I understand that there has to be a plan, or there doesn't have to be a plan.
There's not a
no
plan.
There's no middle ground in
Yeah.
that.
There's not no plan.
It's either you got a plan or you don't.
That's the issue.
From what
There
we're
is no
seeing
plan.
is it's wing it, baby.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Everything off here to the left, they want.
We
all
literally
that.
just asked all of our allies to help us in the Strait of Hormuz, and
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
told us to pretty much
Fuck
bounce
off.
out.
Or
Go
sorry,
fuck
I
yourself.
didn't say that. Yeah. Yeah, they're all against us. Every one of
Oh, well, according to Wonton Raps, it says the United States is the second largest producer of neodymium, so I guess we're okay. I didn't think we had a
I
neodymium
didn't
magnet
think we
factory in the
produced
United
any of
States.
that.
Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah,
aware of that. But
Yeah, we've got a factory for that, but it only lasts so long, and the whole world is against the United States. They don't care about Iranians, terrorists. They don't care. They just want us out of power.
right.
Yes, we make the magnets.
French NATO General Yankelev said joining Trump in the Strait of Hormuz is like buying a ticket on the Titanic after it hit the iceberg.
Yep.
Yeah, they're scared. And they're just going to let us fall.
Well, if the French
if
show
that
up,
happens.
the number one thing the French is going to bring is a white flag.
Yeah,
They never
absolutely.
leave home
Every
without
time.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, they like to talk a big game, all of a sudden they're going, oh, we give up. Napoleon is rolling over in his fucking grave. Excuse my language, sorry.
Yeah.
Surely
There you
someone
go.
in this administration has thought ahead enough to a post-Islamic regime government in Iran.
The U.S. has
I don't think so, and please stop calling me Shirley.
the U.S. has one operational rare earth mine. It does not have a capacity to separate heavy rare earths and has to send its ore to China for processing.
Wow.
Yep. So we can't make rare earth magnets by ourselves.
Surely that's being, forgive me for calling Shirley again, but surely that these people know that.
It's just Lee, not Shirley. That's a nice place down there.
You guys are so much faster than me. I'm following your
That's
names.
why we wanted you to get the MH60 with us.
Yeah, no, you know me in the gold top. I love this one. All right, I love this helicopter. Sorry for my language again.
Well, yeah, but if you got one of these, then I would consider having one of these made in a gold top. In fact, you can get one of these in a gold top for Customs and Border Patrol.
But the issue is the high output drone motors. They use it. They use that other kind of magnets, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know.
That second one that Charlie was talking about.
Dysphoria.
Yeah, dysphoria.
Yeah, there's a difference between the neodymium magnets and the dysphoria magnets.
Okay.
In their tensile strength and their heat resistance.
Okay, we have
And
recently begun producing small scale dysphoria.
But you
we
know,
produced
because of the
first
cost of those
kilogram.
magnets, they turn them into unobtainable.
We produced the first kilograms of White Mesa Mill in Utah as of August 2025. These efforts are designed to establish domestic non-Chinese supply chain. So we produced very little amount of them.
And another thing, to go along with the neodymium magnets, we have computer chips.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So the Intel, from what I've understood, that Intel is starting to increase their production of computer chips.
Mm-hmm. And the world supply of helium pretty much just got cut off. That makes we got to have helium to produce these chips, and it comes from the Middle East.
Yeah.
Also, both neodymium and the dysphorium is important in the construction of high-power lasers.
Oh.
Which is we've been going heavily into lasers here lately.
Yeah.
Oh, we were supposed to make a left there, Doc. You're right.
But like I go back again here a minute ago.
Make a hard left, Dave. Going up
We're
the
only
river.
producing this at a very small scale so far.
So this
Literally
is Russia
kilograms.
here that I'm over. Going up this river, it'll be Russia on the right and Estonia on the left.
Interesting. Who Billy? First time I've ever been told to buy my medicine at a local pharmacy because my mail order is unavailable to source at this time. They did not know when they would get it because supplier is having issues sourcing issues at the manufacturer.
All right, so there's a little jetty that you can go across right there to come along the coast. Okay, and this is why they want it. They want all of that out there, so that they can position and have access to cutting off or more of the waterway going into St. Petersburg here. But they want to go across this lake here and have all this.
Me and Charlie was talking about that last night about the medicine, and now certain suppliers is having issues sourcing.
No, the bottom line is it's more than just medicine. It's basically just about everything that we depend on too much from other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And we're fixing to realize.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
Russia on the
U.S.
right,
tends
Estonia on the left.
the U.S. tends to play the fast game, and everybody else plays the long game.
Yep. It looks very swampy, Lee.
No, it
So
ain't
they
bad.
would have a hard time coming through that.
No, it ain't bad. Nope, it ain't bad.
Okay. That one area with no trees over you just flew over looks very
Yeah,
swampy.
right. Yeah, there's going to be some soft spots in here,
Okay.
but to get across
Yeah, I
this,
see now once you got over that.
yeah,
There is a
you can
nice
see
road
they're
up
building
through
all the
there.
way down to the river's edge there.
Yep. What is that thing right there? That big concrete pad you just flew past.
Big concrete pad. I don't see it.
It was to your right. You flew past it. It was right before you got to that island. Had all the trees
I
on
don't
it.
know. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh well. Yeah, that clearing up back there. Yep. On the Russian side. I'm having to watch your stream feed, so I'm a little behind
Yeah.
because my phone won't let me pull this up full screen, and it's too blurry to see the way it is. It's weird, but it's so blurry coming through Jitsu.
Yeah, this is that river that they took all the markers out of. And they just showed the difference between Russia and Estonia. The Russians went down through here and removed all the markers on this river. We've been talking about this for almost a year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is that pile of material up here I was talking about. Remember you're talking about the industry? And I said we're going to fly right over it.
Yeah.
So here, I don't know what the deal with these fields are. See how this looks like it's terraced here?
Yeah.
Like they've, processed it or something. You see all this here to your left?
Is there any gold up here?
I don't know.
Let me look.
But anyway, it looks like they've strip mined here, and then they've got this road going over here. And see here, this is like where they've, whatever's left of it, where they're stacking it up.
Yeah, it looks like dredging operations.
Yeah, we've done all this before. We've flown every bit of this. See right there, they've even got a waterway going into it. Right there, right underneath my tail wheel there, right there.
Yeah.
That goes up into water so they can flood it or whatever they want to do. Pump it out, but here it is. So this is where I was talking about. That's power generation right there. Holy shit, no wonder they want to take that. See, that's Russia right there.
There is no active commercial gold mines in Narva.
Well, that's major power usage right there, whatever that is. Look at all those towers down there.
Maybe coal. Let's see if there's any coal.
I don't think it's coal. Well, there's a lot of power coming into here, whatever they're doing.
Yep. Narva area in eastern Estonia is the heart of the country's oil shale industry, often mistaken for coal mining. It features massive open pit mines, the Narva quarry, and underground mines. It's got.
They want to take all of this.
It's used for electricity generation.
Yeah, right there was the plant.
Yep, it's similar to coal the way it is.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what that was back then. It's some open pit mines for oil shale. I'm guessing they burned the oil out of the shale or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Estonia is unique in using oil shale as its primary energy source, and the Narva area is the hub for this activity.
Yep.
So this would also cut Estonia off from all of that.
Yep. And
Coal
there's
gasification, isn't that a thing? Coal gasification.
there's wind turbines. Take those too.
Yep. So this would cut their main power supply off.
Yeah. Sure looks like it. All right. Well, I think we've seen it here, guys.
We've learned a lot about this area.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is tomorrow night we need to fly the island.
The Karg Island.
Yeah, the Karg Island.
Yeah, I'd be down for another one of these type streams where me and Charlie can sit here and get all the facts for y'all.
Yep.
Just like we done. This actually worked out very well tonight.
Yeah, I think so. So what do y'all think, guys? If we do this again, I'll ask my people in my chat here. Do this again tomorrow night with the island, and the reason I'm saying that is because I've got an issue with my back. It is killing me right this minute.
Don't tell me about it.
And so,
Also, my chat over here. Would y'all be down for this tomorrow night too? At the same time tonight?
I am absolutely willing. Bells and whistles on. I'd like to see the Karg Island myself.
Yeah. This might be something that we can make a regular occurrence. Maybe once a week or something.
The Karg Island thing, we could do it right now. It wouldn't take 10 minutes.
If I could do it with my back, I would. But
well, I got you.
I'd like to have more details on it and stuff.
Yeah. So me and Charlie will.
But just to see it, I mean, we could do it like right now.
We could zip around it one time here. So let's.
I mean, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be available tomorrow night. I may be in the hospital. I'll get
maybe me and Lee.
Well, if you're in a hospital tomorrow night, I'll be sure to send flowers to the mental institution.
But I mean, I was only saying that we could probably just excuse my language, we could probably just zoom by it.
Where do you work?
But I mean, y'all can do whatever you want to. I think I'm gonna try that though.
We're gonna try it here just for a second, dude, just for you.
Okay, wonderful.
Merry Christmas.
Early,
hey,
late.
Charlie, tell Lee about your flight sim that you've got.
Hang on, let me make sure my mic is not muted.
It's there. You're good.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I had planned to be a woodworker after I retire, but then when I injured my spinal cord, I couldn't do that anymore. So I decided to build a flight simulator. So I have one whole bedroom that's nothing but pretty much a whole mock-up of a Boeing 737 NG-800.
And you're
Holy
not
And
moly.
flying with us right now?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
um,
Like,
He uses a different system than this.
You don't use
yeah,
Microsoft Flight Simulator?
no, what I use is the software comes from Lockheed Martin.
yeah.
This is called a single seat training device, and
Oh,
it's primarily focused not for scenery, not for the satellite digital satellite imagery. I mean, I have it, I can download it, but it's primarily designed for procedural training for pilots.
Oh, gosh, you need to stream that. I'd love to see it.
Get some
Oh,
instrument
I
time.
got some videos up on a YouTube channel. I don't advertise it or do anything with it, but they're there.
I think
What's your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I think it's still called Charlie's Flight Sim, isn't it, Duramax?
I
Charlie
think so.
Flight Slim?
I actually the one that talked him into starting some content over there on it because it was so cool.
Can you get type rated on it?
Can I do what?
Can you get type rated on it?
Uh, well, all I know is that it is acceptable to the FAA as a official training device called a procedural trainer. Basically, every switch knob, dial, and gauge and display works exactly as in that Boeing 737NG.
Oh, cool. I just subscribed, so that's cool.
Yeah,
I'll check that out.
It's called Charlie's Flight Sim. FLTSIM, 2 words. Charlie's Flight Sim.
I've got a Charlie Flight Sim, CHARLY Flight Sim, Charlie.
No, it's LIE. Charlie's. CHARLIES apostrophe S. Charlie's FLTSIM.
That's the wrong one. Yeah, I think it's the right one. It's just popping up because I.
Yeah, there's about a dozen videos there or something.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
stuff.
that's crazy. I'll check those out.
Yeah, so
I love
CHARLY flat sim.
LI.
ICLY.
Anyway, it don't matter as long as it's got
Or
the videos.
No, that ain't it. That ain't
LI, Lima, India.
it. Yeah, hang on. Let me see.
So here's your island. So what I wanted to do was to
Hey,
get the longitude
Charlie.
and latitudes of all of the targets that had gotten hit here and then fire on them with the missiles so you guys can see the smoke of everything that's been hit by the U.S. That's why I wanted to do this tonight.
yeah, I mean that you can do it tomorrow night. I just want to see it because we've never flown it.
Yeah,
I mean,
here.
we don't have
I've
to.
flown it. I thought you flew it with me one time before.
I don't think we've flown this one before.
I sent you
Well, I
a link,
mean-
T-Max.
Oh,
Do
thank
what?
you very much.
Okay, I'll drop it into the chat over here then. Check. Let me pull this.
Drop it in my chat.
You wanted? Okay, I can drop it over in your chat then.
Yeah, the only reason why
Copy.
I just made the YouTube channel was just for the Germax people who are interested in seeing what it was like.
Channel.
I mean, I don't do anything with the channel.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yep, there you go.
I'd love-
See your chat.
I'd love to see the setup. There we
the-
go. There we
The
go.
link is in Lee's chat right there.
I got it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm subscribed. Yeah, that's. Oh wow.
And it's in my chat too.
Yeah, that's amazing. I'll
mean,
check that out
it's-
later.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically a trainer, a procedural trainer.
So you want to fly a 737 or what?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just an old dude.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why you converted a whole bedroom to a 737 process trainer.
Just an old dude who wants to fly.
Well, I was in the Air Force, so you know.
Oh,
Look at there.
Anyway, I couldn't do my woodworking anymore, so I took up that hobby.
okay.
I got most of the software stuff from Lockheed Martin, and then the avionics comes from a company over in the UK called Flight Sim Avionics, obviously. And then the hardware I got from a company up in Canada is called Flight Deck Solutions.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, guy. That is amazing. I'll look through all those videos tomorrow. That looks awesome.
No, thank you, thank you. Like I
Yes,
said,
sir.
I don't do anything with the channel. I just made it just so the folks over in Geomax can see what it's like.
Why are all these buildings circular? Is that
They're
just
actually oil tanks.
Okay, that's what I thought.
A lot of oil tanks on this island.
Yeah.
When I load, I wasn't planning on flying. I ran. Since I wasn't planning on flying, I ran. I don't have my 3D imagery loaded on this. If I load my 3D imagery on it, all those buildings are actually oil tanks, and there's ships up there in the harbor.
Yeah, I get it.
You got to realize that 90% of Iran's oil comes through this island.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I just never been here. I wanted to see it. That's cool. I like it.
All right,
You know,
well,
a lot
maybe
of my
you can come down here
family
and
see
land.
this flight simulator. A lot of my family see this thing, monstrosity I think I have in the bedroom, and they say, "Do you really think you could fly a Boeing 737 NG?" And I said, "Well, I'm absolutely confident I could strap myself in. I could lay out the flight plan, program the computers, and I could take off. I could navigate to wherever I needed to go, and I could even land, and there would be survivors."
Yeah, there would be survivors. Maybe. I mean, yeah. But I'm not a professional. I get it. And I feel the same way about small aircraft, too. I don't, there's no way I could confidently sit in any type of large aircraft and say that I can do it. But I mean, a helicopter, a 152, 172 Cessna, I've been up in those a few times and flown them, and I'm pretty confident with that. But nah.
I got some breaking news. The UK Maritime Trade Organization has received report of an incident 4 nautical miles east of Ras Laffan, Qatar. It has been reported that a vessel has been hit by an unknown projectile.
Where at?
4 nautical miles east of Ras Laffan, Qatar. So off the coast of Qatar. 4 nautical miles off the coast of Qatar.
All right.
Qatar is right there at the Strait of Hormuz?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us here tonight, folks. I want to thank y'all for joining us. I'll start a war watch here in a little bit on KLW News. I've got to go stretch my back because I have been leaning forward in a cockpit chair for the last hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
2 hours. That's how long I've been sitting here. So my back.
And to my chat.
Thank you very much, Lee, for letting us participate with you. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Charlie, and look forward to doing this again. We'll do it again tomorrow night, and we'll. I'll have my other map loaded in here so it looks a little different, and then we'll try to fly the same. Dave shows up tomorrow night. We'll try to fly the KLW World News helicopters as opposed to these military helicopters.
Yeah, what kind is that?
The KLW World News helicopter or the one I'm flying now?
Yeah. No, the one, the KLW.
Well, we have a variety of helicopters. We have Bell 206, a Bell 407, as you can see flying in and landing, hovering right over top of me right there. That's a Bell 407 that we've got painted up in the livery for the Army's Special Flight Service for the U.S. Army there, VIP.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Yeah,
PAT
that's cool.
flights around Washington, D.C.
Yeah, so your livery is KLW News.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
I have a KLW. We have numerous. Here, I'll show you. Since we're getting out of here anyway.
And to my chat, if you don't, my stream will stay up, so don't run off.
So let me show you.
And who are you?
Durmax.
Oh God, yeah, I know you. I just didn't know that was you.
Yep, that's me.
I got you.
So helicopters, select aircraft, rotary craft. So this is the Shrike. This is a D500. This is what I learned to fly in. We've got KLW World News in black, blue, green, orange, red, yellow. Got U.S. Army birds. Got
So when you say
Chilean
you
Army.
learned to fly, are you talking about in real life or
Yeah, in
just
real
on
life,
sim?
I learned to fly on a huge D500.
No kidding.
My
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah, me too.
my instructor was a Vietnam pilot in a
Uh-huh.
Little Bird, and
Uh-huh.
he had a job working for the sheriff's department in Montana, and so it worked out really good because I only had to pay for instruction because the county was paying for the helicopter and the county
Oh,
was
that's
paying
pretty
for the
nice.
fuel. So I started flying in 2001, Montana, and so
That's cool.
I learned to fly in a little D500 like this. So I'm a little more aggressive because
Yeah, sure. And it's more
we,
agile.
yeah, it's but we flew low because we were trying to fly a river, and you can't see somebody laying in the river from 1,000 feet.
Yeah, correct.
So we're down 300, 200 feet off the river, sometimes as low as 100. I mean, we've been 20 foot off the river at 100 knots, but that's just fucking around and going underneath power lines. But they taught us a lot of things, like never cross a bridge when somebody else is crossing a bridge with a car. If a car's going across a bridge, always cross the bridge behind the car, not in front of. It just freaks them out if you go across in front of them.
Oh, heck yeah.
So they, yeah, there's a lot of different stuff we had to learn, but yeah, it was a lot of
That's
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
I just in my simulator, since I've pretty much had it built and been, I mean, I was like a 1 or 2 flight a day kind of guy. And my favorite place to fly is in the Switzerland Alpine mountain range
Oh yeah.
because it's just beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Beautiful.
I have about 9,000 hours racked up in my sim.
Holy mackerel.
Yep, I used to. You can ask my wife, man. I was in there all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't. I've only got about, I don't know, 3,000 some hours of flight time. So
But an airliner is quite different though
yeah.
than one of these.
Yeah.
You can
So
sit there in an airliner. It's just hours and hours and hours if you want.
so there's a Bell 206, and I had this custom livery made. In fact, I've had several custom liveries made for the Bell 206. Let me go back here. Yeah, it's 206.
My livery
Oh,
comes
here it
from
is.
Lockheed Martin.
Yeah, so here's the U.S. Park Police helicopter with all the logos and details of the U.S. Park Police helicopter on it. A buddy of
Yeah.
mine,
hmm
used to work for the U.S. Secret Service, and this is the helicopter he used to fly in, so I had it custom modeled.
Yeah, we do a lot of helicopters on this channel.
Yeah,
A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
fixed wing stuff.
yeah,
right. Yeah, that's what
Well,
you need if you're looking at stuff
yeah.
on the
yeah.
ground.
So we
Yeah,
got
absolutely.
we got to get you to load Flight Sim 2020 in your simulator.
I've checked into that, and the avionics that I have are not compatible with
Uh,
Microsoft Flight Simulator.
well,
Are you
that's all
doing
right. Look,
2020,
just
Lee?
take over another bedroom.
Are
Okay.
you doing? Are you? Oh no, 2020. I thought you was talking about the newer version. My bad.
No,
Hell
I
no.
use Prepare 3D.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got. But anyway, we got a bunch of different aircraft. We got uh, Apaches, Chinooks, Cowan, and we've even got KLW World News liveries for who'd we lose?
Not me.
Oh, we lost K Talk. We've got KLW World News. There's the Israeli Air Force for the Bell 222. Um, got KLW. There's U.S. Army. Here's the KLW World News livery. See me in the back seat back there? See that?
Yeah,
See that?
that's cool.
Yep. Um, there's my wife over there. See that? So,
And you know, and plus, when we started this, we were establishing a group to be able to fly a COG mission,
yeah,
uh,
continuity of government.
a government mission, and we've practiced it a lot
Yeah,
and have done really well.
yeah.
Hmm, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we've got get back to the aircraft. Aircraft. Let me get back to the 407. And I can show you all of the are you kidding me? Oh, here it is.
So who am I speaking to? DMS 02?
Yeah, it's Dave.
Dave. Okay,
Yeah,
nice to meet
that's
you, Dave.
me. Now Lee is Lee's the one that's hosting all of this.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah, you're watching Lee stream.
yeah, so what we did was we had they didn't have the helicopters that we needed. So we needed a green Army helicopter, but they didn't offer it in a Huey or an OH, or excuse me, in a M60 or a UH60. So
Red alerts.
we had them all made in Bell 407 because everybody had the Bell 407, and we didn't want to have to make people buy a helicopter. Okay, so we added the liveries. We had the black special ops, the drab green Bell 407. Then we had Marine One livery made. Then we had the gold top livery made, and then we had the U.S. Air Force 811th Operations Group made, and then we also had the commander made for that. The Air Force threatened to sue me over this,
Oh my gosh.
um, but anyway, I had it made anyway, and so yeah, they said that using their logo on the side of my helicopter was against the law because it made it look like they endorsed what I was doing, and I was like, no, it's an artist's rendering of one of your helicopters that I fly around in my simulator. Um, and so they never called me back. So I didn't have a problem with it anymore. But anyway, this is that helicopter. I have two different versions of that. This is the commander's, and
But you know
that's
what that
theirs.
means? That means that they were paying attention
Yeah,
to your channel
yeah, yep. So
and what you
uh,
were doing.
right. So but anyway, so this is the gold top. This is what crashed from this unit. Is what crashed in the Potomac. One of
Uh-huh.
these, but in green, is what crashed in the Potomac. And then here's the hustle muscle. And then we did this one here to represent the Marine Corps. and HMX1. And then we also have to make it as real as possible. So what we've done is we've gotten um, every kind of rotorcraft that we can get. So we have um, the Eurocopter H-125 to represent the Washington D.C. Um, Police Department, MPD,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
then we have I can't remember what the other one is. We have the BK-117 and the BK-105 or BO-105 for the
Mm-hmm. You have
mil.
some Russian versions there too, I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. And then we got the well, I'm talking about just for doing a cog. And
Okay,
then
okay.
we have a S-76, and then we also have Hueys to represent the Park Police's Bell 422, and then we have the old B-47G. We have the MASH compound, so we can practice doing the MASH flights. And then we also have in the Bell 407, we have Fairfax County. So we have where is it? Do we have the
Do you have to
Maryland?
go through? Do you have to go through like yearly things to maintain your certification?
Not anymore. I haven't flown in years.
Okay, you don't fly for real
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. I was trying to find the Fairfax County, so I thought I had it in here. Maybe it's in a different bird. But anyway, what I've done is I've collected every helicopter that I can get to represent. So here's Delaware State Police. There's Virginia Beach. There's PHI. I could have swore I had Fairfax. Maybe they have a different helicopter. Can't remember what Fairfax County's helicopter is anymore. But anyway, I've got Fairfax in here somewhere, and
Hmm. That's pretty cool.
I've also got Maryland State Police, and I think to represent them flying in doing cog missions. So everybody that's involved, I've got pretty much their helicopter. I haven't
Hmm.
done a cog mission in yet almost a year,
Hmm.
so hard to
Yeah,
remember all of
my
them.
my setup is primarily designed since it's a bona, a real training device. Its primary focus is on the inside and not what's on the outside of the plane.
Yeah,
You know, the visuals are not bad. I mean, they're pretty cool too. But
right,
uh, mine's designed for real training of uh, fixed wing aircraft. Turbojet engine powered
right,
aircraft. And so it's all focused on the avionics and what you really do have to do to fly the plane. It
yeah,
takes me 30 minutes before I can even get in there just to, make a flight plan and that sort of stuff. And it takes me another
That's
30 minutes to get everything all programmed in and ready to fly.
that is so cool. I'd love to see that.
So, yeah, well, a lot of it's there on the channel. I haven't made any videos for it in maybe a year, something like that.
Oh, you need to do that. I'd love to see it.
But I broke it up into segments. Like what it takes to program various things, and then what it's like to take off, and then what it's land and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I will
But it's
be watching your channel.
it's pretty much fully functional. I mean, there's a few switches and things here and there that don't work, but everything is pretty much exactly functional. It's a mock-up. Like you remember back with the the Apollo missions, they had mock-ups. You remember those? And
yeah,
the TV crews would go in and watch the guys, and they would work through problems and stuff on the ground with the guys up in space. And so mine is kind of like a mock-up like that. Um, it's every switch, dial, and gauge, all the avionics and everything work exactly like in the real plane.
Yeah, that's so
I
cool.
have been considering though. I have been considering doing a makeover and changing my plane from the old. I mean, it's really kind of outdated now. It's a 737 NG, but I've been thinking about doing a makeover and converting it to a Max.
Wow. Nice.
But we're talking about bucks there, and
Yep.
being on a
Big
fixed
duckies.
income and everything.
All right. So, all right, folks, we're going to end this. I know a little bit, countdown, just enough to be dangerous. Ask anybody.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's about the way it is with me too.
I sure do appreciate you having us on tonight, Lee.
Anytime, buddy.
Absolutely,
It's been really
absolutely.
fun.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. All right. Thank you for joining us, guys. Have a great night, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you,
All
Lee.
right.
Right.
See
You
you
have a
Take care.
guys.
blessed night.
All
God
right.
Yeah.
bless you guys.
See you
You
guys.
Bye
too.
bye.
All right. Bye bye.